Nathan Mick was a Mount Union star running back. They lost him graduation. They still have Cecil Shorts for wide receiver. How was with defense do you guys think match up?
Well, Cecil made some plays early last year. That's now I've heard something that he might play a lot of quarterback this afternoon. So I don't. This is, what are we? We half hour past game time yet. I'll try to turn my attention to them here, but they're going to be an excellent football team. There's no doubt about it, and outside of some plays there, even last year we're going to work hard and do our best as we get out there.
You're not really used the revenge word at all. I remember last year, Karras, because you guys were the defending champs, and he said, I don't want to hear it from my team. They came out and won.
Revenge, I don't know. Revenge, you just got to go out and play. Those words don't, that's, like you say, so a lot of those guys, when I was talking with Kerry, we have a lot of players. I'd say, I haven't looked, but probably 70% or more of our roster was not suited up for the national championship game in '07. So we have a lot of players. Your rosters with a 52-man roster, I'm sure the same is for Larry. Your roster in that 52 changes as it goes along. So it's a new experience, and and kids are excited about it. And it's not about last year, the year before that. It's about what's going to happen Saturday, and that's where it needs to be.
I know the coaches, feel the pressure, of doing what you guys want to do. Do the players really feel that, or do they just go out and react?
This group, you've had a chance to talk. They're a pretty loose bunch. They want to do well. They work hard, but it's interesting when you walk into a locker room or you walk in downstairs. You never know what they're exactly talking about. So, that's the greatest time of your life is 18 to 22 years old, and sometimes the other things that they're talking about isn't always about what we're always talking about. So I think they're enjoying it. But at the same time, I think they're a good focus group.
And what happens Saturday, this next Saturday? What do you say about the 19 seniors walking away from Perkins Stadium and having all the playoff games here and just...
Well, as we talked a little bit last week, to have a chance to play 10 home games in one season is really remarkable, I think. And so for them to go out and have a game, and it was kind of asked before, or talked about a close ball game, a come from behind win is, you talk about things that you remember in anyone's career at whatever level. I think they're going to leave it with great memories of what this game was. And as we talked about earlier, I think the '05 game between these two schools was talked about a lot. And
do you feel that these past 3 playoff games, being so hard fought, you've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work for your strategies and play calling?
Well, each week's a different matchup based on defenses and offensive schemes and that. But I think what you're alluding to is what people talked about a lot is the closeness of games and things where sometimes games felt like early third quarter things were really in our favor. Well, now these last few weeks it hasn't been. And I guess if as you go into a national championship game, you've had your back to the wall, you've been in some tight spots, you have had to execute, and those are the things that you're going to need to do against an excellent football team.